Many clients have this thought. If they don't have this thought, they probably are an exception to the rule. But the thought is, why is this case taking so long? We don't hear that every day, but we probably hear it at least once a week. And I'm going to give you some reasons. The number one reason why cases take a fairly long time to get done with is insurance companies and their lawyers have an interest in making the case last longer because they know, and they have data that supports this, the longer the case takes, the less money it will take to settle. In other words, it's like a war of attrition. The insurance company knows the longer they can drag this out legally, the more likely it is that you as the client are going to either be aggravated with the process or financially stressed or strapped, and you may cave and take less money than your case is really worth. So, number one reason why cases last long is that, or they seem to last long, is that the other side of the case, no matter how hard we're pushing the case, has an incentive to stretch things out. Now, the reason the system allows for that is that you're not by law entitled to a speedy resolution of your civil case. Florida has a speedy trial law for criminal cases. So, in other words, there are strict time limitations as to how quickly you have to be tried in the criminal system. In the civil system, where lawsuits are, you don't have a right. You have a right to be heard in court. You have a right to a jury trial, but you don't have the right to a speedy jury trial in the civil courts. So that means all the criminal stuff gets handled first, and then the civil cases come after that in our system. And so if there's a backup like there is now with COVID, all the criminal cases are going to get handled first, and then the civil cases will come after that. Civil cases basically fill the docket in for the judges after the criminal cases are done and disposed with in large part. And so the system is not set up to deal with these in a speedy manner, nor would it work, because in civil cases, you're doing a lot more digging. A lot of times you're getting medical records from various states. A lot of times you're also waiting on the client to finish their treatment. Sometimes that takes time. So there's always a reasonable explanation as to why your case is taking so long. Here's what's important about this question. You should have answers to that question from your lawyer. So when you're thinking that, you should call your lawyer and say, why is this case taking so long? And then the lawyer should tell you something concrete about your case that makes sense as to why it's not over with yet. If your lawyer won't call you back or won't give you an explanation that makes any sense to you or continues to give you the same explanation and that's not making any sense, then unfortunately you may not be with the best lawyer. Okay, it may or may not be advisable for you to change at that point. I always tell clients, if you're already like a year down the road with a lawyer, that lawyer is going to have a fee interest in the case whether you stay or go. And so it's better to try to work it out with your lawyer. So I always tell people that call me and they're complaining about their lawyers taking too long and why is it taking so long? And first thing I say is, look, call your lawyer, set up a meeting. It used to be face-to-face before COVID. Now it's over the phone, but whatever. Do a FaceTime or some kind of Zoom meeting with your lawyer, or face-to-face if you're watching this on the outside of this and we're done with COVID, and say, what is going on with my case? Why is it taking so long? Get the information. Look at the documents that they filed. Look at the times that they filed the documents and hear their explanations. Okay? They may sound completely reasonable. And if they do, then ask them to keep you posted on things and tell them you have an interest in getting the case over sooner rather than later. Keep in mind that plaintiffs' firms don't get paid until the case is over too. So they do have a financial interest in getting your case over with quickly also. So all that being said, this process is not quick. You've got to have patience. You've got to understand that the other side is looking to see if you're going to be impatient, because if you are, they're going to take advantage of that in the form of low offers to you. So try your best to remain patient. That doesn't mean that your lawyer shouldn't be communicating with you about why it's taking so long. I hope this video has been informative on some of the reasons why your case is taking so long. If you have questions about a personal injury case, You can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com, or you can call me at 855-HIRE-JOE. Thank you.